Hey y'all, it's Craig with the Bickhams. Today we're going to be cooking a super easy ham and cheese potato soup. I'm still kind of under the weather a little bit, still on my little soup kick. So I hope y'all enjoy this recipe and give it a try. Super easy. We got some potatoes boiling already because I wanted to get ahead. So we got about 10 more minutes on those until they're fork tender. And we're going to get all our veggies chopped up, a little roux made, start getting our cheese shredded, and start adding in all of our Greek yogurt, cream cheese, sour cream, chicken stock, a little Alfredo sauce, some carnation milk. And that's my granddaughter, and she ain't happy right now, y'all. Ooh, she ain't happy at all. So let's get this party started, y'all. All right, so we're going to start cutting up our veggies. We got some green onions that I needed to use. I'm not planting the ends this time. I've done washed them and kind of pulled off. They were starting to wilt. So I was going to cut like the ends of them off. And we're just going to get these cut up into some small, sliced up pieces. That's all we're going to do. We'll put these in kind of last. So we'll have that green and they won't get cooked to nothing. Now I do have the potatoes boiling. So the potatoes have been boiling about 5 or 6 minutes, 7 minutes or so, till we get those fork tender. I got 1/2 of a purple onion. Hey, Miss Tina, I don't know if I'm going to use all of this or not, but I am going to kind of slice some things up. Evie Kate's not happy, y'all. Evie Kate's not happy. So I think I'm going to use about 1/2 of this half. Let's try that. So I'm just going to go about halfway through. Kind of like so. Across it. And then we're just going to kind of just slice it and let it just break into some pieces on its own. Just like so. So about a 1/4 of a large onion. And this one was red because that's what I had. So that's what we're using, y'all. Hey, Miss Jolene, y'all make sure y'all sprinkle and spread the love for me. Sprinkle and spread the love. Absolutely. Alright, so we got our veggies chopped. We'll be chopping the ham up in a little bit. The potatoes are just going to sit there when they get ready. So I'm going to start off with a little bit of roux. Hey, Miss Carol Ann, we're going to start off with a little bit of roux. So this is going to be a very rich potato soup, y'all. So we're going to have a stick of butter. I'm going to go ahead and start heating the pan up. So this is unsalted Challenge brand butter. So use a stick. And let's get that melted down just a little bit. And then we're going to add a little bit of flour. Get a little roux going. Add our veggies in. Then we'll start adding all of our chicken broth. I've got to shred up some cheese, which we can kind of go ahead and kind of get done. We can shred some cheese up real quick using my little handy dandy GDL cheese grater. Y'all know how that thing works. I got to move everything out the way, y'all. I'm going to try to shred it right here without hitting my pot. I can turn that way without getting myself, out of whack here. So we're going to lock it down. And I'm going to be using Swiss. Today we're going to use some Swiss cheese. This is just some Walmart brand, great value Swiss cheese. And I got some Velveeta. I got to get my other one. But we're going to start off with 1/2. About 1/2 anyway. So we're going to start off and shred about 1/2 of that. Real quick like. Now I'm not going to shred the Velveeta. I'll push that down. I'm just going to, turn it down. I'm just going to, let it go right on my cutting board there. It's going to take the whole stick, so I'm trying to get close, y'all. And then I'll get him with the rest of it there. And we're going to go ahead and just kind of move everything to the center. And that is it. So that'll be all the shredding that we do today. So I'm going to take and just put that over there. Everything that goes in the wash, I'm going to just kind of get out. Let the cheese fall out. Like so. Got a little stuck right there. And then we're going to put that in the dishwasher. Put that in the sink. Turn this down to low. Getting that butter melted up. I got a little bit of cheese over here on the counter that I don't want to push nowhere. And then we're just gonna cube up our Velveeta. I've got my big spoon somewhere. We're just gonna take some all-purpose flour. I'm gonna sprinkle some all-purpose flour in there. It's not gonna take but a few tablespoons or so for this, y'all. So just sprinkle you some flour in. Just trying to get a little light colored roux. I know I got my spoon. Super easy. Potatoes can get cut down some more. And we're not even gonna look to get any color. We just want to get that mixed up where that flour gets incorporated good with that butter. I mean, you could add 2 or 3 tablespoons. I wouldn't go any more than probably 1/4 cup. Like so. So now we got the flour in. Let me check the potatoes real quick. Oh yeah. So the potatoes are done, so I'm just gonna cut them off. Leave them on the heat and cut them off. So we got the flour cooked down in the butter. It's got like a little slight creamy color to it. And we're gonna go in with all of our onions. Just like so. I'll probably put some a little bit of garlic paste. So now we're just gonna kind of sweat these down just a little bit. Not gonna take a whole lot. And then we're gonna start adding in our chicken stock and our milk. I'm gonna get my garlic paste. One stick of butter. So I'm just gonna squirt in some garlic paste. Couple teaspoons, 2 or 3 teaspoons of garlic paste. Ooh, it smells good, y'all. Oh. And you're not trying to make a dark roux. You're just trying to get everything kind of, it don't take but a few minutes. And they're gonna still get soft as they cook in the soup anyway. So now we can start adding in our chicken stock. I've got 2 boxes. I got 1 partial box and 1 whole box. So this is about 1/2 of a box. Of chicken stock. So that's not very much. And we're definitely going to be having that milk going in to get nice and creamy. So I'm going to bring it up. Hey Ariel, how are you, girl? Keep that heat up a little bit. So I'm going to start off with 1 box. So I'm going to go about 1/2 of another box. For now. And we'll be good. So we're going to just let this kind of start to come to a little boil. We'll start adding in our seasoning and so on and so forth in. But I got to get I'm going to move my cheese over. Hang on, y'all. Move my cheese. This is a whole block of Swiss. And I've got my Velveeta that I'm going to stick in. But now we got that ham. This is the ham that I cooked yesterday. The Sam's Choice spiral ham. I'm gonna have to wash my hands, y'all. I'm just kind of getting the smaller pieces and see how much of it I want. This makes some wonderful sandwiches. We're gonna put about that much. Now I gotta wash my hands. You can, instead of using ham, you can use the bacon. Just cook some cooked bacon, and you'll be good to go. So we're just gonna chop the ham up into just some small pieces. So it doesn't matter, ever how you want to slice it. If you want it long, if you want it little squares, whatever you want. So So we're gonna call this about a pound, maybe a little more, of ham. Don't worry about it being perfect in size. Just get it kind of cut up, kind of sliced up, so we can get it in that pot in some pieces. This is our absolute favorite spiral sliced ham. It's in the purple, I don't know what Evie Kate's doing in there. Purple LSU color bag, super, super good. It's a brown sugar ham. And there we go. She wants out. She wants out. Now I gotta wash my hands again. We're doing a soup. I'm feeling a little bit better this afternoon. It's finally starting to wear off, and as you can see, another purple onion. So you can see it's almost the color of a like a chicken noodle soup kind of, you know, right now. And we just got that to a boil. Here comes Chase. Chase and Cooper. Or just Chase. And Cooper. And y'all hear Evie Kate, huh? Lord. Evie Kate watching cartoons. Alright, so I'm going to keep this at like a medium heat. So we got a little bit of the sour cream, and we got the rest of the Greek yogurt that's going to go in. So it's probably about a small container if you combine it all. It's probably a small container of sour cream that I'm using. So we got a half a block of I don't know if this is Philadelphia cream cheese that we're going to drop in. I'm not even going to cut it up. And I didn't feel like shredding up any Parmesan today. So we're going to use one jar. Let me get my little bottle opener. Make sure you shake your carnation milk up, or your whatever you call it, pet milk, carnation milk. Now you can use regular milk. You can use heavy cream, whatever you want. Whatever you want. Yeah, me too, Miss Sandra, I am. This is going to be a ham and cheese potato soup. That's what we're working with right now. Now, you don't have to, you can kind of let everything kind of get mixed. Now we're getting that pretty creamy color with all that milk in there. I do want to add in my parsley. I'm going to start adding in my seasonings. I've been trying to use this parsley up for a while, so this one's about to get used up. So we got some dried parsley, just a big palm full. Still ain't quite got it all. I should have just used it all. We're gonna put a little bit of paprika. So about a half a tablespoon of paprika. That's just regular paprika. I got some granulated onion, about a tablespoon of that. And we're gonna get some granulated garlic. I'm not gonna put a whole lot of salt yet. I'm gonna put my black pepper. So about a tablespoon, not quite a tablespoon of the granulated garlic. Y'all know I don't be wasting none of that at all. And I'm gonna put my black pepper. And I like to see my black pepper, y'all. So about a teaspoon and a half of black pepper. Because we fisting to fill this thing up with make sure you keep your chicken stock or whatever. Because we're gonna go ahead, once these potatoes get in, once all this gets nice and creamy, we're gonna get that ham in there. All the cheese is gonna go in last. So you're just gonna have to keep stirring it until this gets nice and smooth. So after we kind of get it stirred up a little bit, you get most of the lumps out of the sour cream and the cream cheese. Put in your ham. We'll get to the cheese, and I'm just gonna cut that Velveeta up, and we'll start kind of getting ready to go in with the potatoes, and we'll do the cheese last, and then we'll thin it out as we need it. Let me wash my hands again, y'all. With the Velveeta, so about a half a block, if you want to call it that. I'm not worried about it. We're going to get ham pieces on it. I'm just going to cut the Velveeta into chunks. That's all I'm going to do. And we're going to wind up throwing them in. And y'all know Velveeta's not real cheese, I guess. Whatever it is. But it sure melts good. And it'll be just a little bit of that. So we got plenty of cheese in here. Plenty, plenty, plenty. Plenty, plenty, plenty. Let me wash my hands again, y'all. Alright, so the potatoes are done. They're probably overdone now. But they'll cream together once we start putting them in there. And we're just going to put them in. I'm not worried about just completely draining them. I don't forgot how many potatoes this was. This was 5 or 6 little potatoes. Little russet potatoes. Is all that is. Steam it up there, buddy. Steam it up. Make sure I get everything out. And we're going to save that water just in case we need some. I don't think we are. We'll just add in some more chicken stock. And I'm going to leave that right there. And we're just going to get them stirred in. And the more we put in here, the more it just keeps filling the pot up. And it smells so good. Smells really, really good, y'all. So now all you need to do is just let it kind of simmer down just a little bit more. Let those potatoes start to kind of break down, which ain't going to take but a minute. I don't think we're going to need any more chicken broth or anything. I think we got the consistency really good for a soup. Now if I can just get those little small pieces of cream cheese or whatever that is to break down. And there's not many of them. There's just a few. You could do smoked sausage in this. It'd be very good too. I'm gonna just go ahead and start. I know I'm rushing it a little bit, but y'all, I'm hungry. I'm hungry, so I'm gonna start adding in the Velveeta. That temperature kind of low. Now you're gonna have to stir this until it starts getting, melted down. It'll take about 15 minutes or so. And we're going to put all that Swiss in there. All that nice Swiss. And I'm going to keep that piece for me because I like Swiss cheese. See if I can get it in here without dropping it. Sure. Y'all just don't know. So we got a lot of cheese. That's what makes a good macaroni too, y'all. If you're making homemade macaroni, about 4 or 5 different cheeses. Makes a really good macaroni. And I get to eat this piece. Just like that. So I'm going to cut it down to kind of low. Let me get this out of the way real quick. And I'm going to wash my hands one more time. Super, super, super good consistency. Smells really, really, really cheesy, y'all. And this would go great with some steamed broccoli. You could just throw it in there if you wanted to. Some kind of, just broccoli florets. Oh, Lord. I may have to cook me a bag. I may cook me a bag of broccoli and put in it. So once the cheese gets all nice and melted, everything gets creamed together, we're going to be eating. Easy peasy ham and cheese potato soup. So I hope y'all enjoyed this recipe. I'm doing my YouTube people right here. I hope y'all enjoyed this recipe. I hope y'all come back and make sure y'all subscribe to the channel.